This elegant and deeply savory steak dinner is perfect for company, or Monday night. It's as delectable as it is easy to bring together in about half an hour. We'll get started with our steaks, give them a very generous seasoning with some fresh sea salt there, and let them sit out at room temperature for about half an hour, in which time we can prep everything else. I've got half a cup of beef broth or stock, along with a couple teaspoons of Dijon, some Worcestershire sauce, and tomato paste. All the exact amounts will be down below in the description as usual. We'll go ahead and whisk all of that to combine and set it aside. Next up, we'll grab a large shallot and put a nice fine mince on that. You could use an onion here in a pinch, but shallots have a nice mild flavor and cook down a little quicker. Then we're going to use some broccolini here. You could definitely just use broccoli crowns or florets. Go ahead and cut the bottom inch to inch and a half off. That can be kind of woody and doesn't really soften in the oven. We'll drizzle over some olive oil, crack on some pepper, and season with salt, and then get in there with our clean bare hands and make sure everything is thoroughly coated and well seasoned. Pop our oven to 400 Fahrenheit and grab a lemon, which we're going to cut in half, lay it cut side down, and then throw all of that in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes or until it is nice and golden brown and the stems are tender. In the meantime, we're going to add a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter to a skillet over medium-high heat and place in our fillets. You could use any cut of steak for this, but filet is really perfect. It's nice and tender, and that really tangy and savory sauce goes well with the rather mild flavor of the beef. We'll sear that on both sides for 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're going to get it out and also finish cooking that through in that same 400-degree oven. That will allow us to use all that beautiful brown butter and fond to develop a super savory sauce, which starts with that shallot. And turn your heat down to medium now. Once those have softened, say 2 minutes or so, add in a third cup of cognac or brandy. You can light it on fire if you want to, just be all fancy, but it'll cook down right on its own. Once it is mostly cooked down, add in that beef broth, tomato paste, mustard mixture. Simmer that for 4 to 5 minutes until it is also reduced by a third to a half, and then we'll add in a splash, maybe a third or so cup of heavy whipping cream for richness and body. Simmer that for 1 to 2 minutes until it has slightly reduced. Go ahead and taste that for seasoning and set it aside. We'll check on our other components. There you see that beautiful roasted broccolini. Those florets get nice and brown, the stalks get tender. Our beautifully seared steaks are cooked perfectly through thanks to that digital thermometer. I know that it's 125 right in the center. We'll plate all this up, keeping it relatively simple. Just spoon a couple luscious big spoonfuls of that sauce right over top. Hit it with some chives, extra salt and pepper if you want, and drizzle that roasted lemon juice down over the broccolini. Let's check the cook on the steak here. Beautiful, blushing, medium rare. Super tender. Nice crust sear on the outside there. And this sauce, holy moly. It's so rich and savory from the mustard, the Worcestershire, that reduced beef broth. This broccolini is kind of nutty and crispy at the top. Those stems are a little woody. That lemon juice just perks everything up. Really great combination of flavors. As I said in the intro, this is fancy enough to serve for company or a date night, but simple enough to make on any old weeknight just because. So hope you'll give it a try. As always, let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, and definitely go make something delicious.